He didn't expect his life to change. In fact, he didn't believe it could change. For years, Daniel Parker felt stuck in the same routines, the same habits, the same paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle that made every day feel like a repeat of the last. He had dreams, big ones, but dreams don't grow when your mindset doesn't, and Daniel's mindset was quietly destroying him. He was the kind of guy who kept saying, "Tomorrow I'll start," knowing deep down that tomorrow never comes. His life looked fine from the outside, but inside, he felt like he was slowly drowning in excuses, fear, and procrastination. Until one conversation changed everything. One evening, sitting across from his old friend, Noah listened for a moment, leaned forward, and said, "You don't need a new life plan. You just need one rule. Follow it for 30 days, and I promise your life won't look the same." Daniel laughed. One rule for 30 days. That's it. But Noah wasn't joking. The rule was simple. Do the hardest thing you're avoiding first thing every morning. No scrolling, no excuses, no delays. Just wake up and attack the hardest thing on your list. Daniel didn't realize it yet, but this one rule was about to break the chains holding him back for years. Day 1, the resistance. The next morning, Daniel woke up to his alarm at 6 a.m. His first thought, "I hate this." The hardest task he had been avoiding was updating his portfolio so he could finally apply for better paying work as a freelance designer. He'd been delaying it for 6 months. His mind fought back. "You're tired. It's too early. Start tomorrow." But the rule echoed in his head. Do the hardest thing first. So he pushed himself out of bed, sat at his desk, and opened his laptop. For the first 20 minutes, nothing happened. He stared at a blank screen. His brain felt foggy. But then, something unexpected happened. His mind began to wake up. Ideas started flowing. His creativity kicked in. And for the first time in half a year, he updated the first section of his portfolio. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. And progress was something he hadn't felt in a long time. Day 7, the shift begins. 7 days in, something started to change. Daniel noticed his mornings felt different, sharper, more focused. He wasn't waking up dreading the day. Instead, he had momentum. Doing the hardest thing first gave him confidence, clarity, and energy. He started eating better. He stopped wasting time on meaningless scrolling. He felt more in control of his life. And without trying, he started finishing more in one morning than he used to finish in an entire week. His friends asked what new productivity system he was using. He kept the answer simple, just one rule. Day 10, the first RSULT. On the 10th day, something amazing happened. Daniel received an email from a company he had applied to the day before. They were impressed with his updated portfolio and wanted to schedule an interview. He read the email twice in disbelief. For months, he had been stuck, same job, same income, same frustrations. Now suddenly, results. Not because the world changed, but because he did. Day 14, the discipline WL, but the journey wasn't smooth. Around day 14, things got tough, really tough. The motivation faded. The early mornings felt heavier. The tasks felt scarier. And Daniel's mind tried to pull him back into old habits. Just skip today. You deserve a break. Missing one day won't hurt. But he remembered Noah's words. Consistency, ISNT, built on the days you feel motivated. It's built on the days you don't. So he pushed through the resistance, sat down at his desk, and did the hardest thing anyway. That day wasn't his best work, but it was his strongest victory, because discipline was forming slowly, quietly, powerfully. Day 18, the internal change. By week 3, Daniel noticed something deeper. He was thinking differently. He was walking differently. He was showing up differently. The person who used to talk himself out of opportunities was now talking himself into them. The person who used to run from discomfort was now running toward growth. The person who felt stuck for years was now accelerating. His confidence didn't come from success, came from keeping a promise to himself every morning. And that changed everything. Day 21, the BROGHO, day 21. He had his interview, and for the first time in years, he walked into a room with certainty, not fear. He answered questions clearly. He showed his updated portfolio proudly. He talked about the work he'd been doing every morning. When the interview ended, the manager shook his hand and said, "You're exactly the type of person we want here." 2 days later, Daniel got the offer. A salary double his previous income. Remote work, career growth, a fresh start. He stared at the offer letter with tears in his eyes. All because of one rule. Day 27, the new normal. As the month neared its end, something became clear. Daniel no longer needed the rule. He wanted the rule. He wanted the clarity. He wanted the momentum. He wanted the feeling of doing the hard things first. His mornings became his superpower. He wasn't the same man he had been 27 days ago. Day 30, the transformation. On day 30, Daniel woke up before his alarm, not out of discipline, but out of excitement. He sat down with a cup of coffee, opened his laptop, and smiled. He had become someone new, not because of luck, not because of a miracle, but because he followed one simple habit consistently. When Noah called to check in, Daniel told him everything: the job offer, the mindset shift, the confidence, the progress. Noah said something he would never forget. One rule doesn't change your life, it changes you. And then you change your life. The lesson for you, Daniel's story, isn't special because he became successful. It's special because he proved something we forget. It only takes one habit to rewrite your future. Not 10 habits, not a perfect routine, not a complicated system. Just one rule, followed relentlessly. Asterisk, asterisk, do the hardest thing first, every morning, for 30 days. Asterisk, asterisk, that one rule builds discipline. Discipline builds confidence. Confidence builds opportunities. And opportunities build a new life. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. You don't need perfect circumstances. You just need to take control of 1 hour each morning. Because when you change your mornings, you change your future.